Hello everyone, welcome to the Shogunate world. This presentation will introduce the total conversion mod Shogunate, which shows off medieval Japan. We will describe the summary of the mod in the first part and highlight some gameplay in the second half. I am AJ, a 3D designer of the mod. To begin with, what is a Shogunate? In the ancient era, the emperor and aristocrats ruled Japan, and the Shogunate did not exist. As time passed, the supreme leader of samurai established his government, and the emperor appointed him as the commander-in-chief, also known as the shogun. After that, the shogun took the place of the emperor and ruled Japan. His government was called the shogunate. In the mod, the shogunate is an empire-tier title that has the whole of Japan as its de jure. You can establish a shogunate via decision. There are other total conversion mods that feature Japan. For example, Asia Expansion and Oriental Empires are very popular. However, our mod specializes in Japan and contains decisive differences from other mods. Our mod has incredibly detailed and heavily researched information about Japanese history, geography, and characters. Our international team of skilled developers not only ported the data from the famous mod for CK2, Nova Monumenta Japonia Historica, but also expanded on it. Next, let's discuss history, geography, and characters in depth. First, about history. With this mod, you can play the Sengoku era and Genpei War. The Sengoku era was a turbulent time between the 15th and 16th centuries, when the feudal lords, called daimyo, fought each other for the supremacy over all Japan. Subsequently, this was the first time Japan contacted Western civilization. Spain and Portugal introduced a lot of cultural elements to Japan, like guns and Christianity, which you can experience in the mod. The mod also provides 26 bookmarks of famous events, such as the legendary Battle of Okazama and the Honoji incident. In addition, you can even start from any year you want. Though the mod shows only 3 bookmarks by default, you can switch the set of bookmarks with the upper left button. We are also very excited to announce that we will soon add the wars between the Emperor and Shogun in the 14th century. Next, let's talk about geography. The map covers the entire Japanese islands, including the northern and southern areas where Japan didn't control at the time. We've reproduced the medieval provinces completely as the duchies. Of course, the topographic and climate data on the map are very accurate. And how about characters? The mod includes over 25,000 characters, from historical giants such as Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu, to little known but interesting ones. We also reproduce the family trees as accurately as possible, so you can trace the origins of the imperial family and famous samurai clans back to the age of myth. We also designed the important clans to have historically accurate and absolutely beautiful coats of arms. And to top it off, all newborn children will have a name specific to their clan. Next, we will introduce immersive graphics. We created the original 3D models for Japanese faces, clothes, and buildings in the medieval age. Shogunate features brand new Japanese ethnicities made with the help of genes and blend shapes from the Great Ethnicities and Portraits expanded mod. We also feature traditional Chanmagi hairstyles and faithfully recreated clothing. Currently, the clothing used in the mod for men is an accurate reproduction of a typical samurai kimono, and a simple Crusader kimono for women. The clothing was made in cloth simulation software using authentic sewing patterns. In the future, I hope to expand the collection of clothing in the mod. In addition to 3D models, overhauled user interfaces, and the council and men-at-arms screens, they have more of an authentic Japanese feel to them. You may notice some of this is familiar to you, and this is because we partnered with other total conversion mods, including Asia Expansion and Oriental Empires, and have provided them with awesome 3D graphics. And we know what you, the community, want: authentic Japanese armor, which is currently under development and will be integrated soon. Now we will show some gameplay as Oda Nobunaga, the first great unifier of Japan. We started from a 1568 bookmark. This time, Nobunaga was at war to install the new shogun, Ashikaga Yoshiaki. Nobunaga had to win the war along with his allies first. A great Nobunaga was one of the heroes of this time, with extraordinary abilities. What path would he take in the future? The Oda army steadily attacked the enemy castles. Nobunaga defeated the enemy in a battle and won the war. The new shogun, Yoshiaki, was friendly to Nobunaga, so Nobunaga believed the new shogun would bring order to wartime Japan. Nobunaga continued to expand his realm after the war. If he didn't, he might be destroyed by other rivals. Turning his attention to the shogunate, Nobunaga noticed a rebel attacking the shogun. Nobunaga decided to swear fealty to the shogunate to protect the shogun. With Nobunaga's support, the shogun defeated the rebel. Thus, he was saved by Nobunaga twice. Nobunaga became the most loyal vassal of the shogunate, but in fact, he had a disloyal trait. His army was more significant than shogunate's, and he had better abilities than the shogun. Thus, Nobunaga concluded that he was the one who deserved to be the true shogun. It was common in the period for the strong to overthrow the weak, so Nobunaga started the scheme to become the shogun. The Oda clan expanded the realm in preparation for a showdown with the shogun. The realm is never too large. It's the best part of a mod to gain many domains in one war. The Oda clan grew to become one of the leading daimyo in Japan. And finally, the time had come. His scheme was completed, and the opportunity to claim the throne arose. What did Nobunaga think about taking the shogunate away from the shogun who he installed? He could declare war to steal the shogunate, but he dared to create a faction peacefully. Many other vassals supported Nobunaga. It's the Sengoku period, where the strong subjugated the weak. The difference in strength was so significant that the shogun abandoned his resistance. He gave up the title of shogunate to Nobunaga and accepted the humiliation of becoming his vassal. 11 years after the game started, Nobunaga finally became shogun. Under the new shogun, a new history of Japan will begin. However, Nobunaga only controls part of Japan. Can you really unify it? Please play Shogunate to see for yourself. We conclude our introduction of a Shogunate mod, specialized in medieval Japan. Thank you for watching and please enjoy our mod.